What's going on, my friends? Chris here. I want to bring you all an update today of Cardano. Right now we're sitting at 37.5 cents, down about 3% on the day. What I want to do is go through a few of my favorite stats here into the block. And the tough thing right now, guys, on the chart, sometimes you can get really big fake outs. And what I want to do is really go into the block and look at these addresses and see what's going on behind the scenes. So if you get some from this, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Let me know what coins you would like to cover into the block, and we'll try to make it happen the best we can. So first here, guys, first off, what we're going to start with here is the in and out of the money. And this is a really important one for support and resistance. And what I want to point out right now, I typically like to look at the volume. We have a big area of overhead resistance coming up for Cardano, and that's going to be right around 38.5 cents. So at that area, we have 3.89 billion Cardano. So that is an area, you see this big red ball here, that is an area we're going to be watching for overhead resistance. If Cardano can break through that, it could open the door, maybe test 45 cents, maybe a little higher than that. So right now we're keeping that as our main overhead resistance area we're watching. Main support area, what I wanted to do here, guys, was go to the global in and out of the money. And this is going to give us some good areas of support. And the main one that I would pay attention to and watch where potentially could be good buying opportunities. That's not financial advice, but if we did go back to that 29 to 30 cent area, there's a ton of support there. We're looking at 6.1 billion Cardano at that area. So definitely keep these on your charts, map them out on TradingView, support and resistance, these big areas that you can really map out. Next one I want to get into is the bulls and the bears. So the bulls and the bears has become one of my favorite. And what this is, a bull is an address that bought more than 1% of the trading volume in the last 24 hours. A bear is going to be the opposite. Right now in the last 7 days, we have 84 bulls and we have 84 bears. So that shows the stalemate, just the back and forth, the fighting. We don't really have the bulls in control. We don't have the bears in control. We're waiting for that break. We're going to see if we're going to go down and test those 30 cents or if we're going to get up through that 38, 39 cents and go up and test some of those bigger levels. So I'm watching the bulls and the bears right now, guys, and right now it's just neutral. They're battling it out and they're fighting hard. Next one, what I want to get into is some of the address stats. And this is important just to show overall growth and where we're at right now. So if we get into this is going to be the daily active addresses. And what I like to do for this here, we're going to get the zero balances off. We're just going to look at the new addresses and the active addresses. So in the last 7 days, the new addresses were up 26.74%. Over the last 7 days for the active addresses, we're up 11.25%. Overall total addresses, we're looking at 44.45 million addresses. So that's one there. You can see in the green line, guys, we have been moving to the upside there, but it's more so just been flat moving sideways right now. So we would like to continue to see that growth in the addresses continue to come up. Next one, and this is the whole point, guys, why I wanted to make this video. I like to see this, and this is going to be something that's creeping up for Cardano here, and this is going to be the average time that the token is held. So this is going to show conviction. This is going to show the long-term holders. The longer that you have for the time here for the average time the token is held, the better. So when I started looking at this, when I got into the block maybe half a year ago or whatever it's been, we were right around 9.1, and now we're looking at 11.2 months. So the holding time has been increasing right now, and that's showing confidence. If you take a look at Ethereum, just to give you guys some examples here, the top ones, and we're going to get into that average holding time for you. So for Ethereum, you're looking at 2.1 years. And then for Bitcoin, we're going to be looking at 4.2 years. So that's really showing conviction. So that's what we want to continue to see for Cardano. The fact that we're at 11.2 right now, that's good because we're about a cycle behind Ethereum and 2 cycles behind Bitcoin. So when we're looking at this here, guys, it's important to see that conviction continuously coming into the market. Next one, what I want to point out for you, and this is going to be our ownership stats. It's a really cool one as well. So for our ownership stats, the first one to the top left here, this is going to be the whales. Right now we have 3 whales. They own 2.91 billion Cardano, which is 8.47%. The next one over here is going to be investors, and this is going to be in blue. The number of investors is 164. Investor concentration is going to be 25.46%, and we're looking at about 9 billion Cardano there. So if we get into the concentration now, you can see the investors in blue, you can see the whales in green, and then you can see the retail, which is in orange. And Cardano has one of the best followings in terms of the retail. Really high percentage here, and that's going to be at 66.07%. So we do like to see that it has that big community. It's not just one or two whales that's holding everything. Okay, so address is held by time. Another cool stat here on the 30-day. So our hodlers, 1 year plus, we're up 5.32%. Our cruisers, which they've held for 1 month to 12 months, we're down 13.52%. And then traders, we're up 22.32%. So there has been some traders coming back into Cardano, which we want to see as well. Then the last thing is our overall breakdown here. This is going to be our holdings distribution matrix. So if you're trying to get in the range of 100 to 1,000 ADA, you're in a group of 1.26 million addresses. The next one's going to be 1,000 to 10,000. You're looking at 710,000 addresses. If you can get into the shark category where it's 10,000 to 100,000 Cardano, you're looking at 161,000. Then if you can really make it to that huge level of 100,000 to 1 million, you're looking at 21.74 thousand addresses there. And then you can just read the rest here, guys. So just want to give you this update. Really watch those support and resistance levels. Be safe and careful out there. And if you're looking to buy, guys, really wait for those big support levels. And that's what's going to do the best for you. You really want to have that good risk to reward. God bless each and every one of you. Take care.